the inconsistencies got to me. Like, we have to be doing this together, we have to do this together. Hi there, welcome to Young Wives Club. We're running a series on the struggles I had as a young wife for the first year or first 2 years in marriage. Okay, I'm 4 years in marriage now. Okay, number one was on the issue of devotion. It's a Christian home we are talking to, or rather I'm talking to other Christian wives. Okay, now on the area of devotion, I grew up in a family where we had early morning devotions. I know most of you grew up in families where specifically you wake up in the morning, you all pray together as a family, aside your individual or personal devotions. Now, this was the kind of family I grew up in. We had our individual devotions. You can wake up at any time of the day or early hour or whatever it is, or maybe after family devotion you get to have your own personal devotion. So I was very used to it, true from childhood up until I was an adult, except maybe times where I was in school, so it was just a personal devotion. Now, on the part of my own husband, yes, he also grew up where sometimes they had family devotion from me mentioned then, but it was more personal. Like, he wakes up more in the middle of the night to pray, and then by 3 a.m. thereabouts he's still up until maybe the early hours of the morning, and then the early hours of the morning he comes back to take a rest. At that particular time, that's when I'm waking up for my own morning devotion and hoping for family devotion. Now the inconsistencies got to me. Like, we have to be doing this together, we have to do this together, but over time we had to work our way around it because that was his own style and then this was my own style. Okay, so I know it may differ, you may have different or preferences in how it is run, but you can find a way around it. You can decide to be having night devotions as a family, that's what works best, or find just a way around it and make it work for you. So we have been able to, over time, seeing how we could adjust. Sometimes it's maybe even in the night, not that early hours of the morning, to have devotions. Now, moving on to the second one, which is some level of independence. To a great extent, I had, money in my possession, I could make do with it. And then I always had what I described as red alert. Once I'm getting to that particular red alert standards of what I have, funds I have, I begin to I don't like to have a zero. I never want to get to a zero. So this level of independence made me think that, I think I can just run through my life the way I want. When I got married, I started finding that, this independence can really affect things, because sometimes you just make a decision or take a decision on your own without really carrying I'll take a decision on my own without really carrying him along. I thought I could just head to the market and then I'll and then it would be like, but I wasn't informed. So the level of communication, because of how independent I was, affected for a period. It was a struggle for me for a period of time. I tried to, we kept on rubbing off on this until I realized that, to a great extent, as the head, you have to at least submit to a great extent your opinions, your steps, so that it's weighed or checked through that balance, and then this is fine, you can move along with it. You don't get to take or make decisions on your own and run with it. Now you have someone that you have to work hand in hand with in order to achieve your own personal goals or dreams, as the case may be. So that level of dependence or independence had to drop a little. It's not bad to be independent, but when you get married, to a great extent, it has to go through the books. I call it through the books. All right, I hope you have learned something today. So find a way around knowing what works. Understand that he is unique, you are unique, and see, instead of going through this struggle, see how you can come to an adjustment or a balance. We'll see in the next video for more of this. This helps you. Bye.